Change, they said, is inevitable. And I added that if you don't change, you will be changed, using my own experience. So let me tell you about the areas that I changed in my life that has helped me. Some I'm still working on it, but I mean, some I have really, you know, really worked on it, and I've seen how it helped me. One is my mindset. I decided to change my mindset, have a mindset shift, like they will always say, because for most of us, you because of the past relationship that you've been through, what you've suffered will make you to start, using it to judge people, judge the men that comes your way, or maybe the women that comes your way, but then especially the men, because I'm talking to single mothers and mature single. So you use that to judge the kind of men that comes your way. You look them physically, you just feel, oh, this one had come. Because for me, that was what I used to do. I used to feel, oh, any man that comes my way had come to break my heart. Oh, he has come to use me and dump me. In as much as I won't say that why maybe in the course of my dating anybody had dumped me, but I felt, oh, maybe as you're coming, maybe that's what is in your head. So sometimes even when people have the purest intention, I would just not want that relationship, because I just feel, oh, you will not get serious with me. Maybe you will just use and dump me. So I started changing my mindset, being open to relationship and taking people the way they come. And before now, I used to feel, oh, any relationship, because I'm a Christian lady, and you know what the Bible had taught. So any relationship I'm going into, I want to date to marry. Like I just feel, oh, the dating must just be. It must lead to marriage, but it doesn't have to be like that. You have to have an open mind to relationship. If it happens, if it leads to marriage, fine. If it doesn't lead to marriage, I mean, you guys can be friends, and life goes on. Every relationship must not end to, it must not lead to marriage, because then I just used to feel, oh, every man that comes my way, or any man that comes my way, should date to marriage, to marry, or however it's put. But it doesn't have to be. So over time, as I get older, I just know that it's not every marriage, it's not every relationship that must lead to marriage, but you guys can be cool together. So that mindset shift was very, very important, because I mean, if you don't have a mindset shift, there are beliefs, there are perspectives that have stagnated us and gotten us in stuck in life. And so there is it is good we have a mindset shift first. When you do that, I think every other thing will fall suit. Another area that I shifted, or the two area I tried to shift, was my social life. I didn't have a social life at all. I was always stuck. I was always indoors. I didn't have, so even though if you invite me for whatever wedding, whatever, I will never attend. I will make excuses. I didn't like hanging out with friends. I just like being indoor. I felt, oh, I was comfortable in my own and staying indoor. It's not all the time. Most time is good, but I don't think it's all the time. So I decided to work on my social life, to hang out with friends, or go out, see a movie, go out, go swim, just do something. I told myself I was going to do it, because I became so tired of just being indoors. Sometimes I'm bored. I can't push myself out. So I decided to say, no, I'm going to change this area of my life, because I knew it was affecting me. Because I mean, who will stay and not have a social life? Like, even though you are not a chronic, like those who will always go out, but at least once in a while. Mine was bad, that from work and home. Then I used to go to church, from church home. I don't visit anybody. It was as bad as that. And even when my friend, I remember there was a time I was in my friend's house. I had gone somewhere, so that was in a very long time. And the house was filled with girls. And I remembered all of them had gone out. Oh, they had said, oh, come join us to this so and so place. And I said, no, I won't go. Everybody let me in the house. I didn't go out. I was indoor. When they came back, they were like, this your behavior will not help you. And truly coming to think of it, it I would say, yeah, I think it didn't help me that much, um, but it saved me from some problem too. But I mean, it would have been better I have a social life. Go out, go see a movie, hang out with friends. If you want, go to wedding, just go out. Another thing that I decided to change was the way I dressed. I because one, I didn't know how to dress. And that stemmed from right from when I was growing up. I didn't know how to dress. I dress all my dressing would make me look so old. So I even the hair I make, I was just I didn't know how to do those things. So because I didn't my concern mainly was work and work, and I didn't know how to do most of the things. Or makeup, I didn't even like makeup. I didn't like a very strong makeup, just very light thing. I love simplicity, and so I didn't know how to dress. I dress, and sometimes I just say, "Oh, this one maybe I've worn the best," but I found out that it'll make me look so old. So changing how I dress was something I told myself I had to work on. Wear things that will bring out that beauty in me, not the one that will really will hide it, showcasing those important parts. Like for me, I have good skin. The truth about it is that I had very lovely skin, but I would never showcase my skin out. I will always wear things that will cover, even my legs. I have good legs, but I will never showcase it. I will always wear things that, will cover them. But learning over time to say, okay, I will learn how to wear things that just make me that beautiful. And if I will ask, maybe sexy in a way. I mean, the fact that you're getting older doesn't mean you should not start behaving in a certain way. No, you have to reinvent yourself and look in a certain way. Another area that I decided to change was my finances. Well, I have always been that type that save a lot, invest, but I have always been that type. But it affected me because I didn't want to remove money to spend on myself. I will always want to save, and before you know, other people will take that money. So I learned while I invested, I also learned how to take money out for myself because I mean it is very important. I'm the one working for the money. So why won't I spend it on myself? And you see, even when there are needs to I'm trying to check if my distance stay on. Even when there is need to remove money to do something that will add value to my life, I will just be pampering that money and say, oh, I don't want anything to happen. Maybe like no, while you are while it is good to save, invest, whatever it is called, save for the raining day, they will say it is so important in everyone's life. But please be able to take out of that money and spend on yourself. Invest it. You are the first investment. That's the truth. You are the first investment. So spend on yourself. If you don't spend on yourself, who else spend on yourself? And if you are also not being able to save or maybe invest, maybe because of family responsibilities, like in Africa, where the first child automatically carries all the responsibility of the family, do something about it. There are times you need to say no to some certain things, even when they will call you names. I mean, you matter a lot. So if it means you say no to some responsibility and say no, you will not do it. And like because you have to take care of yourself first, you have to plan for your own future, you have to plan for your life. So I decided to say, oh no, there are some certain responsibility. I was like, no, I will have to invest in myself. I wish to travel. I wish to, buy some certain things for myself, be in certain gathering, maybe conferences. Like it was always my a goal. But so there were times I could not do that. So you have to invest and also spend on yourself. And also if you know you can't because of responsibilities, try to take out those responsibilities. Another area was your physical, my physical this thing that involves your um it involves you, the way you look. Maybe you've added too much weight. It was now I am battling with weight. Like I have always loved to be in shape and all that. Even as much as people will tell me, "Oh, you're not looking." No, no. What do you want? Don't do anything. I still feel insecure about the way I look. I have added a bit kgs, and I want to, I'm fighting it to lose. I skip, I squat, I do a whole lot of things just to keep me in shape. So if you know that your physical appearance, you are not happy about it, maybe you've over added weight and it's giving you insecurities, you are ashamed of yourself, because truly, I if I gain weight, I become insecure about the way I look. I become my stomach. I start, wanting it to be flat. I mean, those are my insecurities, so I have to do something about it. If there are things that are hurting you that you can do something about. Do it. The ones that you can't do, maybe the way you look, maybe you want your face, you are feeling wrinkled, or maybe you're having that fine line and you don't like it. If there's any way you can do whatever, so the whatever that will give you that comfort, that will give you that will boost your your self-esteem. I mean, they will say, oh, your physical this thing, but that's that's the problem. So even when people tell you, oh, maybe you should not invest more on your physical this thing, no, that's what is bringing the causing me to have insecurity, and that's something that is giving me headache. Why won't I do something about it? Why won't I do something, even though if it means me paying doctors to do it, if I'm confident in their skill, why won't I do it, just to give me that confidence? So anything that you can do to boost your confidence, to help you, you should do it. Your physical, the one that you can do, you should do. The ones you can't do, see how you can live with it. I mean, and believe in a miracle. If it's that, believe in a miracle, because I know with God everything is possible. So that for that. Another thing that I decided to change was my spiritual aspect. I am sorry that this is coming down, but I mean, my spiritual life was what now. I have always been the churchy type. I've always been a spiritual person. That's just, the truth. But while there are things that I didn't adhere, there are things that I didn't do, that I couldn't do, maybe like fasting, praying. I could pray, but I needed prayer that produces results. I needed to connect more with God, to see God as a father, as a friend. Like I could communicate every time with Him and trusting Him. Basically, everything was trusting God, because I found out that I couldn't trust God so much. I couldn't trust Him. Like, even when I thought I couldn't trust Him. When I am facing difficulties, I start panicking. I go into anxiety mode. I start feeling, oh, maybe God hates me. Maybe there are some favorite people that He loves. So I started, having a deeper connection, understanding who God is, like knowing that even when I fall, He will never leave me. He still loves me regardless. And understanding that doesn't mean I should continue in sin that grace my abide, but understanding who God is, understanding the depth of love He has for me, understanding that whatever I'm going through, it's just a phase, and I mean, He's using that also. Like, I could learn a whole lot. There's no experience that is a waste, whether it's